This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
PIH welcomes PNG's first retina surgeon. Former PM O'Neill criticized IMF funding. And public servants receive Japanese scholarships. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Malcolm Waira. Thank you for joining us. Pacific International Hospital has announced the appointment of Dr. Mohammed Imran today as a consultant retina specialist. PNG now has the first retina surgeon to treat people with eye problems.
Dr. Imran will treat patients with serious eye problems, ensuring that they receive the specialized care they need. With Dr. Imran's expertise now available locally, patients will no longer need to travel abroad for specialized eye care, which often comes with high cost and logistical challenges. The Chief Executive Officer of PIH, Sandeep S. Saligram, said Imran's arrival marks a crucial development for the medical landscape in PNG as it introduces cutting-edge techniques and innovative treatment.
Eye defects and eye problems which occur at the back of the eye where the image is found on the retina. And these problems, if not treated urgently on a time-bound fashion, can end to people losing their vision completely and forever. And retina surgery has never been available in PNG in past. So the only option for people has been to either go abroad or take benefit out of the visiting surgeons that PIH has been bringing in past from India and Australia.
Director and Senior Consultant Ophthalmologist Dr. Amna Sultan said eye problems can happen just like any other part of the body.
We have about 10 ophthalmologists in the country. And if you kind of look at that, and some of them are not practicing then into administration, there is only one eye specialist, an ophthalmologist, per 1 million people. The eye is like a camera. You have a front window, a lens, and then at the back you have a film called the retina. And problems can happen in the eye just like any other part of the body, from infection, from trauma, from diseases like high blood pressure, diabetes, which is a major blinding disease through diabetic retinopathy.
Meanwhile, Dr. Imran said the goal and objective is also to establish a world-class eye care center in PNG to minimize referral from PNG, to work in collaboration and to start a fellowship program for vitro retina in PNG.
This is the retinopathy of prematurity. I told you that I have already screened more than 1,000 patients. We are going to establish the retinopathy of prematurity, our ROP screening center here, that every premature child should go through proper screening, proper examination, because there is a very narrow window for that child, only 4 weeks. If within 4 weeks we examine the patient, we diagnose the patient, and treat the patient, then whole life is blessing for him. Otherwise, he is blind. So we have a planning to establish ROP center here.
Esther Gane, National EMTV News.
Representatives from the National Department of Health, World Bank, and 4 provincial health authorities held a 3-day forum this week to discuss the implementation, progress, and updates of the $30 million Impact Health project.
Impact Health Project is a $30 million results-based project funded by the World Bank in partnership with the government of PNG and is implemented by the National Department of Health. The forum conducted a review of the project indicators called Disbursement Linked Indicators following the signing of the MOU for the Impact Health Project.
And we apologize for the quality of that footage. The people of Nawai district in the Morobe province have cried for a new bridge has been finally answered. Morobe Governor Luther Wenge visited the district headquarters in Boana Station yesterday to address this.
The Busu River had destroyed the bridge linking the 6,000 plus people of Nawai district to the Boana station where the district headquarters is located in October of 2023. Since then, the people have been struggling while using a wire footbridge as the only means of access across the river.
The member for North Bougainville, Francisca Semosa, has responded to the call for her to return to the government that she will remain in opposition. She said despite allegations about her being aligned with Sir Julius Chan and Chris Iveta, who were involved in the 1997 Sandland crisis.
Sit down, you want me.
In response to a post being circulated on social media, Ms. Semoso said she will not move back to Pangu Party nor the government. She said she is focused on the future of Bougainville. She said as an elected leader, she represents the voice for the people of North Bougainville and not Pangu Party. Ms. Semoso said she will demand an apology from Pangu Party at the floor of Parliament come sitting time in September. She said as a mother she cried in the Parliament because she felt the pain that her people suffered.
Because for 9 months we feel 2 heartbeats, 2 broken hearts. For 9 months we got 4 eyes looking at everything that's happening, good or bad. For 9 months, we feed 2 mouths.
That crisis that took lives and destroyed their home. Semoso said she is satisfied with her decision to be in opposition and she will remain. Esther Gane, National EMTV News.
The member for Madang Open, Brian Kramer, has been reinstated to the office today after the National Court granted his stay order. The National Court has granted a stay application which was filed by Kramer, challenging the decision of the Leadership Tribunal that suspended him from performing his duty as the member for Madang. The main arguments made by Kramer's lawyers, who was Madang people, have been without a member for 2 years. Kramer, in his official Facebook page, thanked his legal officer, Nelson Kopune, for successfully presenting his application. Mr. Kramer said he was sworn in as the member for Madang in August 2022 and was suspended after 30 days, and in May 2023, he was dismissed from this office. He said he will prioritize the challenges that Madang is facing and will work to restore order and progress in the district and communities. Member for Yalabu Pangia and former Prime Minister Peter O'Neill released a statement today after news of a 470 million kina was deposited to government accounts by the International Monetary Fund. He said IMF are openly aligned to Marape's political agenda and destroy democracy in Papua New Guinea.
Former Prime Minister of Papua New Guinea Peter O'Neill released a statement saying that in a carefully timed disbursement, the International Monetary Fund announced today it had deposited 470 million kina into the PNG budget for the Prime Minister James Marape to use for inclusive growth. He questioned why the IMF deposited this amount of money into the hands of Prime Minister James Marape when the Auditor General has not audited key government departments and agencies since 2018. He claimed that the timing is suspicious. He said just 2 weeks out from a vote of no confidence, as MPs are leaving the sinking ship captained by the hapless Marape, the IMF decides now is exactly the right moment to deposit 470 million kina into the account of PNG. Peter O'Neill said he is committed to removing the IMF from Papua New Guinea if the opposition were to return to government. Louis Maingu, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Start your day the smart way with the new Smart Start Breakfast Biscuit. Whether you are busy or on a budget, Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits gives you a healthy and affordable breakfast to set you up for school or play. Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits are fortified with essential vitamins for body or brain health. They contain vitamin A for healthy growth and development, vitamin B6 for healthy metabolism, immune system and brain development, and vitamin B12 for nerve and cell health. Proudly made by Paradise Foods.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections, and business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Money Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
Now chance to building something new, to see a different point of view. With Money Plus we're ready to go.
Mipla Halivim Wari Bilong You.
$80.
80.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
EMTV presents Vocal Fusion Season 11 2024 Top 8. Airs this Sunday at 7:30. Stay tuned to your number one to watch, EMTV.
You're watching National EMTV News. 23 youths who were involved in a massacre in Tambari village in Engoram district, East Sepik province, have surrendered to police. The suspects were involved in the mass murder of 32 men, women and children last month.
The surrender was facilitated by a community leader and former UAT LLG president, Timothy Yangmari. Mr. Yangmari, who spoke with the leader of the suspects, said the killings were an act of revenge for past disputes between the villages of Tambari and Angrumari.
From my personal record of interview conducted between prime suspects of Agumara village and Tambari village, they admitted to me that the similar nature of what happened on the 16th and 17th of July 2024 happened to their family members. Their immediate family members were raped, houses burned down, a murder took place. What happened was a sweet revenge taken by these youths.
He was told by the suspects who surrendered that the frustrations were towards the police, community, government and leaders who failed to attend when the other factions murdered 5 of their clansmen, committed rape and arson and destructions of their properties, including cash crops and food gardens, worth 300,000 kina. Mr. Yangmari was also informed by the suspects that some other community leaders from the area had supplied arms and ammunition to other factions and the retaliation. Mr. Young Murray and his wife were instrumental in the surrender of the suspects. They have been out seeking the whereabouts of the suspects and negotiated for them to surrender and restore peace since the incident. All suspects are now in police custody and will appear in court. Louis Maingu, National EMTV News.
The Japanese government has come on board to support the public servants to further their studies in Japan. They have also signed an agreement for Japan to purchase a research vessel and ice-making equipment worth of 18 million kina for the National Fisheries Authority.
The two projects will cost the Japanese government a total of 27 million kina. The public servants will be given opportunity to further their studies through the JICA Technical and Cooperation Program. The program will cost a total of 9 million kina. The signing ceremony was officiated by the Ambassador for Japan to PNG, Nobuyuki Watanabe, and Minister for Foreign Affairs, Justin Tetengo. His Excellency Nobuyuki Watanabe said during the Pacific Island Leaders Meeting, Prime Minister for Japan Fumio Kishida made commitment to give a fishery research vessel and fishery equipment.
Prime Minister Kishida stated that he wishes to further strengthen the bilateral relationship towards the Papua New Guinea and Japan 50th anniversary of diplomatic relations, and expressed his gratitude to ensuring stable access for Japanese fishing vessels in the waters of Papua New Guinea, and conveyed the decision to provide fishery research vessels as well as fishery equipment.
He said this year will mark the 50th year of bilateral relationship between Japan and PNG. Minister for Foreign Affairs Justin Tetengo thanked the ambassador and the government of Japan for the support.
Ambassador, we want to thank you for your tireless efforts, and your embassy and your government and your people for your continual support to Papua New Guinea in in different ways, from training, education, economic enhancement, trade, and so on.
He said in terms of fisheries, the equipment will surely help the National Fisheries Authority to do their job.
Now, when it comes to fisheries, this is a big project, a research vessel and ice-making facility for the National Fisheries Authority to conduct their work without any hesitation. It's the first time that they've received this, and they'll also save valuable money, time and effort with this research vessel, and of course with the work that they're going to do with it.
He also thanked Ambassador Watanabe as he will be leaving PNG soon. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
The 2024 PNG update has seen improvements on the quality of content presented. This was said today at the University of Papua New Guinea by the Director of Development Policy Centre at the Australian National University, Professor Stephen Hose.
The University of Papua New Guinea has been hosting the PNG update since 2014.
PNG update has a very long history and goes right back to the 90s. But it used to be a very small conference, and in fact for a while it stopped altogether. But we revived it, I think, in 2012, first of all in Canberra. But then we realised, it's the PNG update, it should really be here in PNG. And so since 2014, we've been holding it hosted by UPNG. And it's certainly grown in numbers over that time, and also in terms of quality. I think it's not just about number of people, but it's about the quality and the variety of presentations.
Since then, the conference has seen many Papua New Guinean men and women present their researches. It also gave opportunities to political leaders of both sides of the government to participate.
Yeah, for quite a while, since maybe about 2016 or so, we've had someone prominent from the government and someone prominent from the opposition. It's not quite a debate. They might have one speak on day one, one speak on day two, but it does give an opportunity for two positions to be presented. And that's really important for accountability. It's really important, often politics, seems to be the priority rather than policy. But these presentations are very policy-based, so it makes the policy issues front and centre.
The provincial member for East Sepik Province, Alan Bird, in his plenary address, said Papua New Guinea needs policy stability and not political stability.
We've got great policy. They're all collecting dust. I'm not even sure when we actually pick one up to read it. We just spend a whole heap of money getting very brilliant people to design them, and then we kill a lot of pigs, and we have this big celebration. We launch the policy, then we put it away. And we forget about it until the next minister comes along and we do another policy. Just to show that we can do policies. But whether we implement them or not is an entirely different matter.
Malinta Yopolo, National EMTV News.
Western Highlands Province Executive Manager for Youth and Religion, Joshua Levy, revealed that the provincial government and the people stand ready to host the National Prayer and Repentance Day. The province is currently preparing for this very important event that will take place on Monday, the 26th of this month.
A sense of community spirit fills the air at Queen's Park today as mothers, youths and stakeholders collaborate to prepare and decorate the venue for the national event. Mr. Levy said their efforts are a testament to the unity and dedication of the province in hosting this event for the first time. Mr. Levy elaborated more on the preparation for this significant event at Queen's Park upon the request of the provincial member to host the event in the city.
Upon this request, the NEC has made a decision and they have said, okay, that they will be hosted in Western Islands. And it has been well received by all our pastors, senior pastors, it's almost senior pastors in the Bishop of Catholic Church and the Bishop of Lutheran. All other senior pastors, a total of 70 to 80 plus senior pastors. And down the line we have hundreds of local churches, pastors, Christians, and the general public, our public servants, our business houses. They are welcoming this day to be hosted in Western Islands. But they are preparing. We have several programs that has been hosted in all the districts as leader programs to be lead up towards this important day.
According to the mothers decorating the stage, they said it has been 2 weeks now they have been preparing to put up the decorations. Meanwhile, the provincial government executive officer John Buck thanked the National Executive Council for giving Western Islands Province the opportunity to host this significant event.
Working committee team, we would like to say thank you to the National NEC and as well as the Community Development Department for sending this prayer day up to the islands, especially Western Islands Province. The Western Islands Provincial Government under the leadership of Honorable Governor Wairapa and PC, they wholeheartedly welcome this program and the preparations are already underway. We have put up the billboards, cleaning up the place.
He said they are really happy to receive all the parliamentarians and other delegates who will attend the event next week. Mr. Bug adds all other islands provinces to attend the events as Western Islands is the center province that will host this significant event. Since the establishment of the day in 2019, NCD usually hosts this event, and for this year, Western Islands Province will now be the first province to host for this national event. Edward Luke, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen.
Bok Bilon Pikinini, in partnership with Trukai Industries, has developed a new concept called nutritional literacy. The concept comes following an update from the World Bank that recommends the government to invest in children nutrition.
The nutritional literacy concept will be launched officially on the 2nd of September, coinciding with the International Literacy Week.
Together with Trukai, we have developed a program where the children have this new concept, nutritional literacy. And that goes down to the very, very basic level of understanding what are fruits and vegetables.
The concept will also educate parents on the importance of nutrients that every child needs to be healthy and fit for learning.
We're not imposing this, choices to the parents. What we are just sharing here is that the food choices that we have suggested here, affordable, accessible. It's just that support for the parents, so they're educated on the different choices that they have to make when it comes to nutrition and diet.
Nutritional concept will also contribute to combating malnutrition in children.
Rates of malnutrition is alarming. 1 in every 5 children in Papua New Guinea actually suffer from malnutrition. That's an actual fact. And about 70% of children under the age of 5 that die are actually the underlying cause is malnutrition. So stunting is one of the symptoms of malnutrition. And with malnutrition, what happens is that when it affects children at a young age, it actually continues to impair you for life. It affects your learning in school, and then because it affects your learning, you're unable to learn well.
She said Bukbilong Pikinini focuses on education and learning in different areas, and as a food company, Trukai Industries is partnering with them to educate children on the importance of nutrients. Malinta Yopolo, National EMTV News.
Now we take a look at the NASFAR market report. The kina closed lower at $0.2571 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your kina was buying $0.2496, $0.3668 Australian dollars, $0.2160 euro, 35.84 Japanese yen. Looking at the commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading lower, coffee closed higher, cocoa closed higher, copper closed unchanged, palm oil closed higher, crude oil is trading higher, copper closed lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, the ASX 200 is trading higher, the All Ordinaries is trading higher. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections, and business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
How much Lolo rolls?
80.
Join us Monday night at 7 for a special 1-hour episode of In Focus on the topic of childhood education and literacy in Papua New Guinea.
Now what we have is standard-based education, meaning also now we are doing everything is standard-based now. For example, primary now is now standard.
SBC I am 2 weeks. Na imi wala ni wana until SBC. 2 weeks I'm not time. Because of this background now, be background. Maybe I try to use him through this SBC again.
That's on Monday night.
You're watching National EMTV News. The Morobe Provincial Inter-Schools Exhibition for secondary schools in the province has been deferred due to insufficient funds and weather setbacks.
The annual Inter-Schools Exhibition for secondary schools in Morobe Province for this year has been deferred to run in 2025 next year.
School exhibition, we have allocated the Morobe Provincial Government normally allocate 100,000 every year for our schools exhibition. Registration, we support this program whereby the students from all schools within Morobe come to expose their culture, their tradition, to showcase their culture. So the Morobe Provincial Government under the leadership of Honorable Governor with Rugby has allocated 100,000 for this program.
Despite 100,000 kina recently being approved for the use of the project, Chairman of the exhibition and Principal of Busu Secondary School, Mr. George Noble, stated that the funds were not sufficient to cater for a quality exhibition for the students.
Busu, according to the Gazette, National Gazette for Education Gazette for 2024 to 2025, our school is already elevated to level 10. Now Bumeong, Wasu Secondary School and Bushu elevated together with the Bugandi and Lay Secondary School. Before it was a Bugandi and Lay Secondary, only there were 2 schools. Now Bumeong is already elevated, Bushu is also elevated. So in order to come to level 10, it's supposed to be 2,000 students. So we are coming to that number. It's a little bit lesser, but
however, Mr. Noble noted that this year's funds will be put together with next year's allocated budget to host a successful exhibition that will not only benefit students in Lay Urban but in rural Morobe also.
We are coming to that. But the School of Excellence, Provincial School of Excellence, we must have, most of the teachers must have a master's degree, and one already went to study master's for physics, maths. And I'm also master's with chemistry. I'm with a master's. Then Mrs. Kamu will be going next year. I already spoke to board governing council to set some budget, some money for her to go and study and come back for Madhwali study. And Mr. Kulasi, we send him to Unitec to get extra qualification. So we will be okay for STEM teaching.
Jessica Nui, National EMTV News, Lay.
Around 10 children have participated in reading another collection of books titled When I Grow Up, I Want to Be a Graphic Designer. This is to commemorate the Book for Book Bilon Pikinini. To further signify the day, the center received a check donation from Theodis Limited.
A 50,000 kina check was presented yesterday by Theodis Limited. This was to renew their annual sponsorship commitment to support Book Bilong Pikinini's operations.
Yeah, well, we've been supporting Book Bilong Pikinini for around 12 years now, so it's been a long-standing commitment that we feel a strong value for in being able to support Book Bilong Pikinini in what they do. The money really helps what Book Bilong Pikinini do within their library.
Pini said they are proud to support the organization as they have seen good results in children's reading capabilities over the years.
Yeah, it's something that we're very proud of and that we can commit to 50,000 kina that goes towards supporting what they do.
Book Bilong Pikinini founder and Sophie Herman thanked Theodis Limited for the support as this will assist the organization to continue their work. The children also visited the graphics and printing store to see graphic designer roles and also met with their role models. Malinta Yopolo, National EMTV News.
Moving to overseas news, Taiwan's de facto embassy has praised Australia after its Senate criticized China's attempts to use a 50-year-old resolution to claim Taiwan as its own territory.
This is all about the UN Resolution 2758, and it does sound like a pretty obscure thing for the Senate to worry itself about, a 50-year-old UN resolution. But it is key to the relationship between China and Taiwan and for other countries like Australia. Now, this resolution essentially said that the UN agreed that China was the sole representative, or the People's Republic of China was the sole representative of China to the United Nations. Now, China's government has since then argued that that amounted to a tacit agreement from the whole world and from the UN that it wasn't just able to go and sit for China in the UN, but also that it had absolute sovereign control over Taiwan as well. Now, that interpretation is a very contested one, and Australia has been really frustrated over the fact that China has been trying to present it as accepting that interpretation. It argues that that is not the case. It says that when Australia signed on to that UN resolution, it wasn't actually recognising China's seat only to the UN. It was recognising China's seat in the UN, but it wasn't necessarily ceding Taiwan to them as well. And in particular, it's important to note that when Australia actually recognised China, it acknowledged but did not recognise Taiwan's claim over Taiwan. So the fact that China has been constantly, effectively misrepresenting Australia's position in public has caused quite a bit of frustration inside the federal government. And so what we saw last night was a bipartisan motion passed by both major parties in the Senate, essentially rejecting China's interpretation of this 50-year-old UN resolution and making it very clear that as far as Australia is concerned, it does not prevent Taiwan having a level of participation in international organisations, and it doesn't fundamentally settle the question of ownership over Taiwan. Let's take a listen to Deborah O'Neill, a Labor senator, criticising China's attempts to redefine this resolution. She said this late yesterday in the Senate.
It is crucial in this place and throughout the world that we are strident in our condemnation of deceit and resolute in our promotion of truth and historical fact. It is regretful that the People's Republic of China misrepresents Australia's own One China policy. Australia's long-standing and bipartisan One China policy facilitates political ties with the People's Republic of China and also close unofficial ties with Taiwan.
Aboriginal people living in remote communities are suing the Western Australian government for failing to repair their homes.
The dwellings are said to have unsafe drinking water, rotting walls and termite infestations. More than 3,000 Indigenous people live in remote Aboriginal housing in WA, primarily in the Kimberley and Pilbara regions. They say too many of them are lying in unsafe and unacceptable conditions, and something needs to be done.
Whether they're not listening or are they ignoring us? Because we are not in the public area, we are out in the bush area. So you can't see us when tourists go past. They can't see this house. We are inside the scrub.
Anne Leonard lives in a small Aboriginal community of Gillarong, which is about southeast of Fitzroy Crossing in the WA. About more than 2 years ago, a storm came through and ripped off her roof, clean off. Now, she's been living without a roof for over 2 years. She'd been pleading with someone from the Department of Communities or the local Aboriginal Corporation to repair her home. She was paying rent for that place. She works for the WA Country Health Service, a state government agency, and she says nothing has been done. So she's moved herself into a homemaker building, which she described to me in her community. It's a communal space where they share to hold parties and cook food. She's living in the kitchen there whilst her daughter lives in the storeroom, and the front door of that homemaker building doesn't even shut. So there's maintenance issues with that as well. Now, she's just one of many people that we met across the Kimberley where they were living in substandard conditions in public housing, paying rent for things like missing front doors, broken toilets, sewerage issues, rodent or termite infestations, exposed electrical wiring, the list goes on. Now, the Department of Communities says that Anne has received government assistance through the local Aboriginal Aboriginal Corporation, but Miss Leonard disputes that and says she hasn't had the help she needs or been told what's going to happen to her home, and all the while she's still living in this communal space. Here's what she had to say.
Yeah, it's frustrating. Once I called home and, never been fixed. Waited too long, 2 years, to get to you guys, I thought that I would have the support.
National MTV News continues after the break with Trukai Sports. Stay with us.
They're gold nuggets. There's a flavor for everyone. The best tasting snack. Get a burst of gold nuggets. Cheese flavor.
Mega wow.
Chicken flavor.
Mega wow.
Cheese onion flavor.
Mega wow.
Barbecue flavor. Mega wow.
When you're on the go. One more. One more.
Get that burst of gold nuggets flavor.
Mega wow.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Number one, super emojis are all send me.
Number one's for everyone on land
and on the sea.
Number one's for everyone.
No matter what you do, well, I work hard for family. We work hard for you.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections. Communities will get faster speeds and wider coverage. And business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. Plus, everyone will benefit from onshore storage that brings browsing home. It's all part of our ongoing billion kina nationwide investment. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
This year's competition's a step up from last year.
Tonight on Sports Scene, we take a look at the PNG Golf Open 2024. We check out the welcome reception for our Team PNG from the Paris Olympics.
We're looking forward to the Pacific Cup.
And we talk about the POM AFL season as it comes to a close. Sports Scene tonight at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. The Port Moresby AFL, after ending its Men's Premiership Cup on the high note, have now moved on to its trials for the AFL national team this weekend.
POM AFL President Douglas Lai said this Saturday will be the final trials for PNG's AFL national team selections for both male and female. Mr. Lai said players selected in Morobe and West New Britain province will be arriving to partake in the trials. The men's probables for Team A and Team B are Team A, Emmaus Wartovo, Jeffrey Vogai, Kelly Kaugia, David Topeni, Douglas Lai Jr., Hapeo Bobogi, Jason Song, Emmanuel Tupia, Max Lavai, Brandon Beno, and 18 others. For Team B, John James Lavai, Paul Philip, Archie Mai, Kurtley Ila, Jason Logie, Reginald Douglas, Andrew Lai, Alois Mondo, Ken George, Jeremiah Ben, and 18 others. The women's trials list for Team A and Team B are Team A, Margaret Keneke, Marie Keneke, Rose Robin, Susan Savere, Monica Tovara, Veronica Karpnamur, Isabel Grant, Biria Beau, Valerie Mai, Vaitetu Walai, and 21 others. Team B are Lucille Gabriel, Courtney Buku, Luxi Matana, Natasha Imoke, Ale Ila, Leilani Sampson, Marianne David, Oini Mero, Beatrice Talania, Delma Mare, and 21 others. After this weekend's trials, the national men's team Mosquitoes and female team Flames will make the final 28 players for both teams to participate in the Pacific Cup that will be held in November on the Sunshine Coast, Australia. Claire Mauta, Trukai Sports.
Hidabo 9's Rugby League tournament is to host its second year of competition on the 6th to the 9th of November in Alotau, Milinbi Province.
Tournament's president and founder, Noel Aria, today held a discussion on this year's tournament with captains and managers of teams who participated in last year's inaugural tournament.
Mind you, we have to be, we have to know that it's a 3-day tournament. It's not about experimenting your players. It's not about finding the pair to fit in. It's all about winning. And there's no room for errors because it's 9 minutes. In the finals, we've got 12 minutes, and we might build up to 15 minutes on grand final. So when it comes to tournaments like this is not like a year-long tournament where we trial and, you have to have your perfect team.
The discussions were on what this year's tournament terms and conditions are, as the Kenu and Kundu Festival also falls on the 6th of November. Mr. Arya intends to incorporate a culture fun day where the teams who will be participating in the tournament can showcase their culture to win various prizes.
To probably make up a Hidomo team, sanction myself to PNG RFL, and probably tie some knots with the Queensland Cup, become an independent entity.
Mr. Arya said he hopes to pull in as much sponsors before the tournament commences. Claire Mauta, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Share the love with Gullah Ice Cream. Gullah Cone Ice Creams, Gullah Stick Ice Creams, and Gullah Classic Tub Ice Creams. Happiness begins with the Gullah range of fun flavors which create taste adventures and excitement with every bite. Treat yourself. Share with a friend while chilling. The whole family will enjoy. Everyone has their favorite. Which one is yours? Share the love with Gullah Ice Creams. Gullah, Gullah, yum.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections. Communities will get faster speeds and wider coverage. And business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. Plus, everyone will benefit from onshore storage that brings browsing home. It's all part of our ongoing billion kina nationwide investment. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom more bundles. Top up now.
This year's competition's a step up from last year.
Tonight on Sports Scene, we take a look at the PNG Golf Open 2024. We check out the welcome reception for our Team PNG from the Paris Olympics.
We're looking forward to the Pacific Cup.
And we talk about the POM AFL season as it comes to a close. Sports Scene tonight at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching True Guy Sports. Moving to overseas sports, more retirement in the AFL with Geelong Premiership players Zach Tui announcing his retirement at the end of the July season.
The 34-year-old midfielder has had a sensational career with the Cats and previously with Carlton, where he was recruited from Ireland in 2010. At 286 games so far, he has played the most AFL games of any Irish-born footballer. And good news for Essendon fans, they will get the chance to farewell former captain Dyson Heppell, with the Bombers confirming he will play one final game on Saturday night before his retirement.
One of the Socceroos World Cup qualifiers has been locked in. They'll take on Saudi Arabia in Melbourne on November 14th.
It's part of the third round of qualifying after the team finished with 22 goals without conceding any in round two. Head coach Graham Arnold says it is a must-win match ahead of the 2026 World Cup in North America.
Australian cyclist Caden Groves has missed out on claiming stage 5 of the Volta a España.
The Queenslander had to settle for third place in Seville after being beaten in a bunch sprint by Czech rider Pavel Bittner and Belgium Wout van Aert. Groves had finished second behind van Aert 2 days earlier, which was 24 hours after he won the second stage. Primož Roglič retains the race leader's red jersey with an 8-second lead.
That ends True Guy Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Kai Sports. True Kai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections. Communities will get faster speeds and wider coverage. And business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. Plus, everyone will benefit from onshore storage that brings browsing home. It's all part of our ongoing billion kina nationwide investment. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Start your day the smart way with the new Smart Start Breakfast Biscuit. Whether you are busy or on a budget, Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits gives you a healthy and affordable breakfast to set you up for school or play. Smart Start breakfast biscuits are fortified with essential vitamins for body or brain health. They contain vitamin A for healthy growth and development, vitamin B6 for healthy metabolism, immune system and brain development, and vitamin B12 for nerve and cell health. Proudly made by Paradise Foods.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
EMTV presents Vocal Fusion Season 11 2024 Top 8. Airs this Sunday at 7:30. Stay tuned to your number one to watch, EMTV.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You me holy man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to be living incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
The weather report for the next 24 hours. For the southern region, Port Moresby City sunny to partly cloudy with possible evening shower or two. Daru mostly cloudy with evening showers and possible thunderstorms. Kerama becoming cloudy with evening rain showers and thunderstorms inland. Alota mostly cloudy with chances of rain showers. Popondetta partly cloudy with evening showers possible. To the Mamasa region, Ley City rain showers and possible thunderstorms, then cloudy. Medeng sunny and fine, becoming partly cloudy in the evening. Wewak partly cloudy with evening showers. Vanimo becoming cloudy with evening rain showers and thunderstorms. To the New Guinea Islands region, Lorengau becoming cloudy with some showers and thunderstorms. Kavieng cloudy periods with evening rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Kokopon Rabaul cloudy with evening rain showers and thunderstorms. Kimbe partly cloudy with evening showers. Buka mostly cloudy with evening rain showers and thunderstorms. To the Highlands region, Mount Hagen City, cloudy with evening rain showers. Goroka, Bans and Kundiawa, partly cloudy with possible evening showers. Mendi, Tari and Wabek, partly cloudy with evening showers and thunderstorm.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Thursday, the 22nd of August, 2024. From all of us here, pleasant viewing. Good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.